Ragnar Lothbrok may have been the star of Vikings' early seasons, but his unpredictable brother Rollo never let him have all the glory. Played by Clive Standen, Rollo was a skilled warrior who could also be hedonistic, cruel, and impulsive, capable of deep loyalty and great betrayal in equal measure. His antics caused major trouble for his brother, and drama viewers couldn't resist.
And this is how you repay my love!
Rollo was a main player during the first 4 seasons of Vikings, when the plot focused heavily on Ragnar's rise to power, which Rollo both helped and hindered. But when the History Channel show moved on to the next generation of Vikings, the two brothers were phased out. While Ragnar met a shudder-inducing death in Season 4, Rollo lived to make a dramatic return in Season 5, during an emotional episode that came with its own surprising revelation. Rollo was hungry for fame, but actor Clive Standen said he was more interested in serving the story than racking up screen time. In the lead-up to his return on Vikings Season 5, Standen told Entertainment Tonight that he and series creator/writer Michael Hurst realized that, despite their love of the character, the end of Ragnar meant the end of Rollo's involvement in the main plot.
Rollo's the main antagonist of Ragnar, and now Ragnar's gone. How much should Rollo stick around?
Both historically and on the show, Rollo went on to become the Duke of Normandy. However, Standen also believed that Rollo had unfinished business from the very first season that needed wrapping up. He said that Johan Rank, who directed the first 3 episodes of Vikings, told him that one of Ragnar's children was actually Rollo's, or at least that's what Rollo suspects. Standen figured out Rank meant Björn, the character played by Alexander Ludwig on the current season of Vikings. So when Hurst called him with the news that they'd found a way to fit Rollo back into the plot of Season 5, Standen was thrilled. This led to the showdown between Rollo, Björn, and Lagertha, in which Rollo tries to claim paternity over Björn, only to be rejected in favor of his brother yet again.
You are my son. I have heard something to that effect, but rumors are doubtful truth.
Having played the character with this moment in mind, Standen was pleased with how it turned out, saying, "It felt rewarding to come back and actually purge all that stuff that I had in the previous seasons." Just as the Vikings believed in a life after death for their heroes, many TV shows never dispatched their most beloved characters for good. Fans of the show's old guard are hoping that Rollo might make another return during the final season of Vikings, and Hurst has dropped a confusing hint that's giving them hope. When asked by Cinema Blend whether Rollo might show up in Season 6, Hurst answered cryptically, "I would say yes and no, but Rollo's reappearance will be a huge surprise, as indeed it was rather a surprise to me. But I'll leave it to that. I don't want to be too evasive, but the answer in the long term is both yes and no." He may be referring to the history the show is loosely based on, although if the showrunner is surprised by his own plot, fans have little chance of predicting this one. Even if Rollo doesn't make it back to Vikings for the final season, we may not have seen the last of the character. We already know that a spin-off series is in the works with Netflix. Vikings Valhalla will be set a century after Vikings and will center around William the Conqueror. In real life, William was the first Norman king of England, just as Rollo was the first Viking king of Normandy. That's not the only connection between the two series. William was actually a descendant of Rollo. Even though Rollo will be long dead by the beginning of Vikings Valhalla, his dreams of ultimate power will finally come to fruition through his family line. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.